Peru News Today. All you need to know about Peru.
Emblematic Market Number 2 of Surquillo, Peru closed. Why has Surquillo Market Number 2 still been closed for more than 2 months? The municipality responds. Since this famous establishment, one of the most emblematic in the district, was closed, more than 500 merchants have been affected. For some years now, Peru is no longer only synonymous with Machu Picchu, but also with an increasingly respected gastronomy. This was demonstrated, for example, when Central was chosen as the best restaurant in the world and when Lima was considered in the Netflix series Street Food Latin America, to show our best representatives of street food. One of the emblematic spokespersons who appeared on this program was Angelica Chinan, owner of Hart Chinan, a well-known restaurant located in Market Number 2 of Surquillo. I have been in this market for 35 years. I have had mid-spine surgery twice and I am here from 5 in the morning until 11 last night, but I don't complain. If you say I'm bad, but if you say I'm going to get ahead, you're going to get ahead. My work is my best therapy. When clients come for lunch, you feel at home, you feel like family. That fills me up a lot and gives me a lot of strength to move forward, she expressed when she was interviewed. As a result of this participation, this establishment became an important tourist spot in the district, and also in the capital. However, Hart Chinan and other merchants in the market have been unable to serve their neighbors and other visitors for more than a year. Of 2 months. On January 9, the district municipality closed the market. According to the commune, it was found that there were several deficiencies, such as exposed electricity cables and the lack of a fire protection system and appropriate power supplies. Furthermore, the busy venue did not have an operating license or its certificate, which would be essential requirements to serve the public. Upon hearing the news, the sellers organized to implement the necessary spare parts and thus not extend the reopening for too long. Therefore, when you currently enter the place, you can see the completely renovated apartment and several workers finishing installing the new ceilings. In an interview with Info Peru, Graciano Minaya Velasquez, president of the Surquillo market, asked the municipal authorities to reopen the establishment because several of its associates were already bankrupt or on the verge of losing everything, so they needed to work urgently to recover the economy. I believe that we have made more than 90% progress in correcting the observations. I asked the mayor to let us work for one small thing that we are missing. That can be corrected, but with work, he stated. Then, he asserted that the municipality initially gave a deadline, but without respecting it, it closed the store. That was an abuse of authority, he said. We have done the work of cleaning our market, but for taking their products to the sidewalk, they have fined us 10,800 soles. The municipality wants the market to improve and does not give us the facility. Other mayors, with their trucks, came to collect the garbage. Today we do not have any support from this mayor, he indicated. Millionaires loses. Juan Alberto Moreno, president of the Association of Neighbors and Businessmen of Surquillo, commented to this medium that the more than 500 merchants of Market Number 2 have lost a figure greater than 30 million soles, since the place was closed. In total, 5,000 people, including families and vendors from nearby businesses, would have been affected. He also maintained that the main problem is with the tenants, who do not own the space where they work, since they have been forced to take their businesses out onto the street. 7 years ago they reorganized all the street vendors around, they put a gallery in front, in a building, and all those who were street vendors now have their formal position there. But now, as a result of the closure, you will see many merchants practically as street vendors, outside the market, selling in their pull carts, or at the door as pullers, he commented. Likewise, he criticized the actions of Mayor Cynthia Loaiza's management for having an irrational sanctioning policy. A municipality or any state entity in general, what they have to do is supposed to protect and promote security, obviously, but also that the neighbors, the merchants of a district, are in conditions to continue producing, because that generates tax and, therefore, collection, he argued. The ideal would have been that if the municipality required any change within the market, it could suddenly close in parts, or serve weekends, but the closure has been total, added the leader. The municipality of Surquillo responds. Infobi Peru contacted the municipality of Surquillo to obtain its version of the events. In her response, the mayor assured that the vendors of market number 2 have internal differences regarding leadership, which is why she urged them to agree in order to continue with the administrative processes and, thus, return to serve the public. I call on you to come to an agreement, to put aside your conflicts and, for the well-being of your families, name a representative, enter a new file so that we can continue with the procedure. We have listened to them, we received the 4 directives, we have all the disposition, but they must become aware, she indicated. The mayor of Renovación Popular also said that in 2023 awareness talks and advice on formalization were held. However, she claims that the merchants still violated municipal regulations. I myself met with them in September, we have raised awareness since 2023. They have committed to taking actions to improve conditions that have not been requested of them in many years, she said. On February 23, our staff went to carry out an inspection, but the stalls were closed. They must appoint a representative and file a file on their situation to schedule another visit, she added. Taste Atlas reveals an unexpected tie when choosing the best Peruvian dish. Taste Atlas reveals an unexpected tie when choosing the best Peruvian dish. According to a recent classification by the gastronomy portal, there is a great dispute to be placed at the top. 6 equal and score all the details in this note. Peruvian gastronomy, with its vast richness and diversity, is once again the focus of attention on the world culinary stage, thanks to a recent distinction awarded by Taste Atlas. This time, the renowned site, specialized in highlighting traditional flavors and dishes from around the world, set its sights on determining which is the typical dish par excellence. On previous occasions, frozen cheese, with its unmatched combination of flavor and freshness, was awarded first place. Later, in another ranking on the same portal, the Parmesan shells were crowned the winners. However, this time, there are 6 dishes that tie at the top with the same score, 4.5. According to Taste Atlas, grilled chicken is one of the leaders and emphasizes that it is one of the most consumed foods in Peru, due to its rich flavor. The portal indicates that it was invented in the 1950s and today chicken is usually marinated with a special combination of ingredients, which generally consists of vinegar, salt, pepper, rosemary, chili and dark beer. The mixed ceviche could not be missing and is also in first position. According to the specialized page, in the preparation of this dish seafood is generally marinated in lemon juice, onion, garlic, celery, cilantro, hot chili peppers and salt. Leche de Tigre climbed several positions compared to previous rankings and earned its right to be at the top. It has a special place in most Peruvian homes, as it is considered an aphrodisiac and a great hangover remedy, it reads. Likewise, the dry goat is also one of the first positions. According to Taste Atlas, this dish is often prepared for holiday events such as family celebrations, and can also be reheated and served the next day. Anticuchos de corazón are also established as one of the leaders in this classification and, according to the portal, they are traditionally served with accompaniments such as thick slices of boiled potatoes, corn and yellow chili sauce. In the same way, the Parmesan shells continue at the top. The page describes that this dish is served immediately, still piping hot, ideally with lime wedges on the side. The best street dish. From traditional salchipapa to the iconic stuffed potato, the range of options is as extensive as it is delicious. However, within this extensive gastronomic repertoire, one dish in particular managed to stand out and earn the special appreciation of Taste Atlas, the beef heart anticucho. The platform points out, on its website, that this delicious stew is made with a combination of beef heart, oil, red wine vinegar, garlic, oregano, cumin, salt and ponca chili paste. In addition, he emphasizes that they are traditionally served with accompaniments such as thick slices of boiled potatoes, corn and yellow chili sauce. For these qualities, it has a score of 4.5. For its part, in second place there is a tie between the corn with cheese and the fish anticucho with 4.3 points for each one. The first is described as a Peruvian food that is often consumed as a snack, appetizer or side dish, while the other dish is traditionally accompanied with thick slices of boiled potatoes, lettuce, corn and yellow chili sauce as an accompaniment for dipping, according to the portal specialized in gastronomy. Fossati unleashes the mystery over changes against the Dominican Republic. Jorge Fossati confirms that he will make several changes for the match with the Dominican Republic. The Peruvian national team coach indicated that the idea of these two friendly matches is for everyone, or the majority, to play. "I'm not looking for the starting team," he reiterated. The Peruvian national team will play its second match of the year against the Dominican Republic this Tuesday. Prior to the match, coach Jorge Fossati confirmed that he will make several changes with respect to the victory over Nicaragua. In dialogue with the media at the Monumental, the Uruguayan said that the idea of friendlies is to see all the players and make them see the idea of the game. "You know that the idea. I won't tell you names, but I won't lie to you. It's one thing to hide what I think or not give information that I think shouldn't be given, and another thing is to lie," he said. "In the first moment. A few days ago I told you that the idea or the objective was not to find the starting team in these two games, but rather that everyone or the majority could be part of these two games and thus everyone, or almost everyone, would have the opportunity to work the idea. It is not surprising that there will be several changes tomorrow," he added. Friendlies in June, who would be the rivals? On the other hand, the national strategist confirmed that two friendlies are planned for June, one in Peru and another in the United States. Furthermore, he assured that the rivals would be South Americans. "If we are planning what will be in June and it is the intention to have two matches. In fact, there are two matches on FIFA dates before the Copa America. The idea was to have a match here, Peru, the first date here, and the second in the United States and now stay here," he indicated at first. "The rivals we are looking for, there is already something and they are South American rivals," concluded Jorge Fossati. The Peruvian national team will play this Tuesday, March 26, against the Dominican Republic in an international friendly match. The match will be played at the Monumental Stadium from 8:30 p.m. Peruvian time. Jessica Newton clarifies about trans candidates in Miss Peru 2024, there is an essential requirement. Newton makes clarification about trans candidates in Miss Peru 2024, there is an essential requirement. The Miss Universe International Beauty Pageant has opened its doors to the participation of transgender women, which has required the national pageant to adapt to these new rules. The Miss Peru organization, headed by Jessica Newton, is in the selection process to find the worthy successor of Camila Escribans, who represented our country in the last edition of Miss Universe, finishing in the top 10. About to reveal herself to the official candidates, the businesswoman was consulted about the participation of trans women in the National Beauty Contest. As we remember, in 2013, Miss Universe revolutionized its traditions by opening its doors to transgender candidates, a milestone that marked a before and after in the pageant. This decision would become even more important in 2018, when Angela Ponce became the first transsexual woman to compete. Although she did not obtain the title, participation meant significant progress in terms of inclusion. Now under the overall leadership of Anja Kapong Jakarta, a Thai tycoon and transgender activist, Miss Universe has further expanded its inclusive approach. In addition to allowing the participation of transgender women, the registration of married women and/or women with children, and of any age from 18 years old, is also accepted. Will there be trans numbers in Miss Peru 2024? During a question and answer session on Instagram, Jessica Newton was approached about the possible participation of trans candidates in the next edition of the Miss Peru pageant. The director clarified that, so far, no transsexual women have entered the beauty pageant, not necessarily because they are not interested in participating, but because very few meet a crucial requirement. So far there are none for 2024. Remember that in our country it is not easy to change the gender identity on the DNI and that is an essential requirement to participate, she commented. Miss Peru 2024 will have a plus-size candidate. After several years, a plus-size model will compete for the Miss Peru crown. Nayaj Gomez Pumarada, who previously worked as an environmental engineer, has left her career to venture into the world of catwalks and beauty pageants. Despite the criticism she receives on social networks, the Peruvian is sure that her participation in the contest will serve to make the diversity of bodies visible. The real reason for my participation is and will be the presentation. When a girl grows up seeing that there is another person she identifies with, she grows up loving and respecting her body. Our body is our temple, therefore we must take care of it, not from hatred, not by comparing ourselves with others, but from acceptance. It is not normalizing obesity, it is normalizing that our bodies are constantly changing. That is the only certainty of change, she wrote. Camila Escribans says goodbye to Miss Peru. In the recent edition of Miss Universe 2023, held on December 15 at the Jose Adolfo Pineda National Gymnasium in El Salvador, Camila Escribans stood out among more than 80 contestants from around the world, managing to place herself among the 10 finalists. The representative of Peru, after 3 previous attempts at Miss Peru, finally obtained the honor of competing in this prestigious beauty pageant, which was won by the Nicaraguan Chianis Palacios. In the coming months, Camila Escribans must hand over her crown to the new national representative. What are the groups in the Copa America 2024? What are the groups in the Copa America 2024? Copa America 2024, this is how the groups remained after the classification of Canada and Costa Rica. The 2 final rivals from CONCACAF were confirmed to have the 16 teams ready for the Copa America 2024. The Peruvian team makes up Group A and already knows that one of its opponents will be Canada after beating Trinidad and Tobago in the playoffs of the Nations League. During this FIFA date, the CONCACAF Nations League was going to gain greater strength as it was waiting for the last 2 teams that would face the great CONMEBOL competitions such as the Copa America. The last 2 spots would emerge between the teams of Canada, Trinidad, and Tobago, Costa Rica and Honduras, so now the 4 groups are defined. Copa America 2024 groups. Group A: Argentina, Peru, Chile, Canada. B Group: Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, Jamaica. Group C: USA, Uruguay, Panama, Bolivia. Group D: Brazil, Colombia, Paraguay, Costa Rica. Copa America 2024 Tournament Format. It is worth remembering that only the first 2 in each group advance to the quarterfinals of the Copa America 2024. For the instance itself, teams that have shared the same group in the first part of the tournament will not be able to meet. Copa America 2024 Fixture of the Peruvian team. Peru vs Chile, June 21, 7 p.m. Peru vs Canada, June 25, 5 p.m. Argentina vs Peru, June 29, 8 p.m. Peru beat the Dominican Republic 4-1 with a return goal from Paolo Guerrero. Peru beat the Dominican Republic 4-1 with a return goal from Paolo Guerrero. Peru easily beat the Dominican Republic in the international friendly that took place at the Monumental de Stadium. Peru took a new step towards its recovery tonight. In Jorge Fossati's second game on the bench, he beat the Dominican Republic 4-1 in a monumental stadium that housed thousands of bicolor fans who celebrated the goals of Sergio Peña, Jesus Castillo, Piero Quispe, and Paolo Guerrero, who scored after almost 5 years. The match began with the Central American team preventing Peru's best game. He blocked the advances of the bicolor, but the opening on the scoreboard tipped the balance. At 17 minutes with a free kick, Sergio Peña surprised the goalkeeper and the rival defense. Thus it was 1-0 for the monumental outbreak. Those led by Marcelo Neveles tried Pedro Galese's goal with Heinz Martial, but on one of the clearest occasions he sent his shot over the crossbar. A few seconds before the end of the first half, Jesus Castillo scored the second for Peru with a volley that left a doubtful Baumann without reaction. In the complementary game, Peru's actions were led by Brian Reina, Edison Flores, and Piero Quispe, who scored the third in the 54th minute. The former Universitario player received the affection of the Monumental fans. In this way he scored his first goal with the bicolor. On the counter-attack, Jean Carlos Lopez renewed the Dominican Republic's hopes in the 57th minute with a shot from 40 meters away. At about 90 minutes, the referee awarded a penalty to Peru, after a foul against Jose Rivera. Paolo Guerrero increased his legend as the bicolor's top scorer to seal the victory. The last goal of the Predator with the Peruvian team had been against Brazil on July 7, 2019 in the MesoAmerica Cup. With this second victory, Fossati excites the Peruvians at the head of the Peruvian national team. Peru vs Dominican Republic, confirmed lineups for the friendly. Peru, Pedro Galese, Aldo Corzo, Luis Abram and Anderson Santamaria, Luis Advincula and Marcos Lopez, Sergio Peña, Jesus Castillo and Piero Quispe, Brian Reina and Edison Flores. Dominican Republic, Noam Bauman, Cesar Garcia, Michael Sambataro, Jeremy Baez, Luida Lucas, Heinz Marshall, Ronaldo Vasquez, Jean Carlos Lopez, Daniel Flores, Carlos Ventura and Junior Firpo. Leave us your comment and subscribe to continue growing, and follow us on our social networks, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and TikTok.
Aquí para el rebote. 17 minutos. República Dominicana, el envío al área, llega Santa María, el pivoteo por el medio, Castillo. ¡Gol! ¡Gol! ¡Del Perú de mi vida! Y si llegaba otra sorpresita, y llegó Jesús Castillo con el y la mandó a guardar. Esta Reina, va a insistir Reina para Flores, Flores que se va a perfilar, Flores que le va a pegar al infiltrado para Quispe que engancha, Quispe que le pega, ¡golazo! ¡Gol! ¡Gol! ¡Del Perú de mi vida! Así juega Perú. ¡Qué linda le hicieron! Entre Brian Reina y Piero Quispe que la recibe en el área.
Pasado largo en Suiza, o sea, hay cosas que no se entienden.
¡Golazo! Golazo de República Dominicana. 57 minutos en el área. Termina cayendo. Penal. Para Perú. Se abraza la Padula con Guerrero. Tiempo como en la final de la Copa América del 2019. Va Guerrero, pasito cortito, le va a pegar.
Milett Figueroa attacks Mario Hart. Milett Figueroa attacks Mario Hart. Milett Figueroa confronts Mario Hart for making fun of the fact that Marcelo Tinelli is 63 years old. Shut up. Uncomfortable. Milett Figueroa confronted Mario Hart in the middle of the Monde que Monde program for a curious comment about Marcelo Tinelli's age. Milett Figueroa seemed quite uncomfortable when Mario Hart made fun of Marcelo Tinelli's age. The Peruvian model did not hesitate to confront the former pilot for the curious comment she made about her partner in the middle of the program Monde que Monde this Monday, March 25. It should be noted that, days before, Milett spoke about the difference in years that existed between her and Marcelo in an interview. Next, everything that happened between Figueroa and Hart. How did Milett Figueroa confront Mario Hart? Milett Figueroa was invited to the program Monde que Monde this Monday, March 25. One of the co-hosts of this space, Mario Hart, made a singular comment about Marcelo Tinelli's age, which caused annoyance in the model. In that sense, Mario made fun of Marcelo's age, who is 63 years old and about to turn 64 in April. How is he going to be an active person if he's already in his 60s, Hart said with a laugh. Given this, Milett seemed annoyed and did not hesitate to confront Mario for this misguided comment. Oh, shut up. My God, I can assure you that he has a much better physique than you, Figueroa clarified. What does Milett Figueroa think about the age difference with Marcelo Tinelli? Milett Figueroa gave an interview to Caras magazine a few days ago and was encouraged to talk about the age difference with her partner Marcelo Tinelli. It should be noted that there is a 32-year difference between the Peruvian model and the Argentine driver. Milett was born in 1992 and is 31 years old now, while Marcelo came into the world in 1960 and is now 63 years old. They have asked me about the age difference and we have not noticed any because I think it is more prejudice than anything else. I am guided by my heart. And with Marcelo I feel something very special, which takes away my fear and fills me with love. He suggests me, he accompanies me, we are very companions and that is very nice. We are attentive to each other, were Milett's words. Will Milett Figueroa move with Marcelo Tinelli? The model Milett Figueroa has also spoken out about a possible coexistence with Marcelo Tinelli. Not for now, although we share almost everything. We are respectful of each other and we like to surprise each other. I learn a lot from him, said the Peruvian model. Does Milett Figueroa want to have children with Marcelo Tinelli? Marcelo Tinelli ruled out plans to marry and have children with Milett Figueroa in conversation with the LAM program a few weeks ago. Given this, he asked the Peruvian model if she would like to conceive a baby with the Argentine driver. First I would like to accomplish some goals and projects that I have in mind and, when I have that blessing, I would dedicate myself to them fully. Like my mother did with us, Milett said. What did Marcelo Tinelli say about rumors about the end of his romance with Milett Figueroa? A few days ago, Marcelo Tinelli was approached by a reporter from the Argentine media Paparazzi, who did not hesitate to ask him about the speculation regarding the end of his romance with Milett Figueroa. This week there was a lot of talk about Milett. Everything is alright? Given this, the Argentine driver broke his silence. Excellently good, very good, excellent. I don't know where they get that from, were Marcelo's words. Miss MesoAmerica International 2024 and more. Colombia shines at Miss MesoAmerica International 2024, Brigitte Navarro takes the crown. The Miss MesoAmerica International crown has a new home. In the 32nd edition of the International Beauty Pageant, Miss Colombia, Brigitte Navarro, won the top title, succeeding the Peruvian model Mary Moran. This event, organized by Francisco Cortez, took place in El Salvador, at the facilities of the Hilton San Salvador Hotel. Who is the new Miss MesoAmerica International 2024? On the night of Saturday the 23rd, Brigitte Navarro Lugo became the third Colombian beauty queen to win the title of Miss MesoAmerica International, after Maria Margarita Reyes Espinosa in 1995 and Giselle Garces Allure in 2001. Brigitte Navarro also won the special award for Miss Popularity and took first place in Danzas del Mundo, when she danced Mapale, an Afro-Colombian rhythm. Her allegorical costume, which represented the golden flower of Itzamna, designed by Diana Rolando, was a highlight of her presentation, showing the cultural richness of her country. The victory of Brigitte Navarro as Miss MesoAmerica International 2024 received a shower of congratulations, among which those of the beauty queens Juliana Osorio, Miss Caribbean Region 2023, Sharon Gamara, Miss Barranquilla 2024, Andrea Vasquez Franco, Miss Bolivar, stand out. 2024, Kimberly Valladares, Miss Santander 2023, and Alexia Pacheco, Queen of El Salvador 2024. We have a luxury queen. Congratulations Brigitte Navarro, you left the name of Colombia very high. Valentina Tafour, Miss Valle 2023 to 2024. Much deserved. Colombia dawns with a new Queen of MesoAmerica, what a joy. Yani Castellaral Tamar, Miss Cartagena 2023 to 2024. Congratulations Brigitte Navarro, you achieved this achievement with great care. All of Colombia is proud of your great representation. Queen of Colombia always getting her choices right. We have a queen, gentlemen, Olga Alvarez Campuzano, Miss Riohacha 2023. Who were the winners of MesoAmerica International 2024? Miss MesoAmerica International 2024 not only celebrated the beauty and talent of its new queen, Brigitte Navarro from Colombia, but also recognized the participants who stood out in various categories, from princess to baby. This contest took place over 8 intense days, from March 17 to 24, in El Salvador. Founded in 1992 among the countries of Mesoamerica, the beauty pageant opened its doors to participants from all over the world in 1995. This year, the management of the majestic event fell to the renowned Salvadoran influencer Figueroa, and crowned the following queens: Princess Miss Mesoamerica 2024, Jessica Preciado, Canada. Verena Miss Mesoamerica 2024, Virnalis Santiago, Puerto Rico. Miss Mesoamerica International 2024, Brigitte Navarro, Colombia. And in the youth categories: Princess Teen Mesoamerica 2024, Veronica Moskalenko, Portugal. Verena Teen Mesoamerica 2024, Sofia Amundare, Puerto Rico. Miss Teen Mesoamerica International 2024, Valerie Peralta, Cuba. In the petite categories: Princess Miss Petite Mesoamerica 2024, Julia Mera, Ecuador. Vice-Reina Miss Petite Mesoamerica 2024, Beris Medina, Dominican Republic. Miss Petite Mesoamerica International 2024, Barbara Costa, Portugal. In the teen petite categories: Princess Teen Petite Mesoamerica 2024, Nicole Tirado, Honduras. Verena Teen Petite Mesoamerica 2024, Valeria Coria, El Salvador. Teen Petite Mesoamerica International 2024, Sofia de la Cruz, Riviera Maya. In the pre-teen categories: Princess Pre-Teen Mesoamerica 2024, Brihanna Nayeli, Ecuador. Verena Pre-Teen Mesoamerica 2024, Alfredita Alvarez Soria, Peru. Pre-Teen Mesoamerica International 2024, Amanda Sofia Perez, Puerto Rico. In the little categories: Princess Little Mesoamerica 2024, Reines Isabella, Panama. Verena Little Mesoamerica 2024, Florencia Llosa, Peru. Little Mesoamerica International 2024, Luciana Tonetti, El Salvador. And in the baby category: Baby Mesoamerica International 2024, Leah Zambrano, Ecuador. Peru obtains 2 viceroys in Mesoamerica International 2024, but does not achieve the back-to-back. What crowns did Peru win at the Mesoamerica International 2024? The beautiful Miss Peru Mini 2023, Florencia Llosa, 10 years old, was crowned vice-reina after competing for the title with the candidate from El Salvador, Luciana Tonetti, who was chosen Little Mesoamerica International 2024. Peru also obtained the distinction of Verena Pre-Teen Mesoamerica International 2024 with the charming Alfredita Alvarez, 13 years old, who has an exotic beauty and charisma that predicts a great future for her in beauty contests. For the Dances of the World phase, Alfredita Alvarez performed a typical dance from the Loreto jungle, and also won the special prize as Miss Model. What happened to the Peruvian candidates in Mesoamerica International 2024? Team Mesoamerica Peru was completed with Alejandra Espino, Alejandra Tamana, Nayeli Arescu and Luciana Barrueto for the Miss, Teen, Petite and Teen Petite categories, respectively. Unfortunately, none of them managed to enter the top 5 finalists in their respective levels. This result was disappointing since, unlike other international pageants, Mesoamerica International 2024 had very few beauty queens per division. TAYPA, Nicola Porcella's restaurant, the restaurant of the famous Nicola Porcella in Polanco, Mexico. Nicola Porcella inaugurates TAYPA, his new restaurant in Mexico that fuses Peruvian and Mexican flavors. Ceviche, lomo saltado, pisco sour and pisco chilcano are part of the menu at the Peruvian reality TV star's restaurant. After the success in the house of the famous Mexico that boosted his image, Nicola Porcella took advantage of the good time to start a restaurant of Peruvian food fused with Mexican flavors. Its name is TAYPA, and it is in Polanco, precisely where the actor Julian Gil opened Isola, specializing in pasta and pizzas. Nicola became a reality TV star. He ventured into that format since he was in his native country, Peru, and that's how he came to Mexico to participate in a program of skill and physical strength, years before teaming up with Wendy Guevara. Therefore, this is his first challenge outside of television. What does TAYPA, Nicola Porcella's restaurant, serve? The person in charge of TAYPA's gastronomic offer is the Mexican chef Ernesto Slim Cielo, with more than 25 years of experience in the design of culinary concepts. In December of last year, Peruvian ceviche was recognized by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage of humanity and could not be missing from this restaurant. Among the specialties is the TAYPA ceviche, served with fresh fish marinated in lemon juice and rocoto, the touches tiger's milk, sautéed loin and tuna tartar causa. On the drinks menu to transport you to the South American country is the Pisco Sour, the Peruvian Punch and the Pisco Chilcano. In the wine selection there are bottles imported from Spain, Italy, France, and Argentina. Prices range from 800 pesos for a domestic bottle of Hacienda Flora de Verdejo to 3,465 pesos for a Spanish bottle of Supernatural. To accompany dessert, they boast the Jack Coffee cocktail, prepared with whiskey, freshly brewed coffee and coffee liqueur. The approximate price per person ranges from 800 to 1,500 pesos. TAYPA offers exclusive experiences. Private wine cellars for tastings. Private VIP areas. Ceviche bar prepared to order. Live DJ Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Wine list and pairings suggested by sommelier. Private security and valet parking. Where is Nicola Porcella's restaurant? TAYPA is at 116 Isaac Newton Avenue, in the Polanco neighborhood of the Miguel Hidalgo Mayor's office. The service hours are Monday to Wednesday, 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. Thursday, Friday and Saturday, 1 p.m. to 2 a.m. Sunday, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Reservations can be made by phone or from the restaurant's website. What is Nicola Porcella's restaurant like? TAYPA is the new restaurant of the Peruvian reality boy who opened in Mexico. From the images shared on social networks, you can see that the place is characterized by a luxury gastronomic approach, which has captured the attention of various personalities and media. One of them was URNL, from America TV, who traveled to that country to learn about the preparations and this new venture of Porcella. During the interview, Nicola Porcella revealed that his commitment to the gastronomic industry arose after a successful career in television, motivated by the desire to diversify his income and undertake new projects. Together with a Peruvian partner, who is also a renowned businessman in the town, the actor decided to venture into this business with the hope of offering a unique culinary experience, including details such as the selection of lobsters directly from fish tanks by diners. This initiative not only reflects a long-term investment strategy but also Porcella's commitment to quality and innovation in the gastronomic sector. It was with my partner. I am calm because I have the support of a very big businessman here and he is Peruvian, just like me. We always tell our stories, that we came with nothing. People say, but you always had. Yes, I had, but, just as I earned, I spent, commented the reality boy. This new venture not only represents a significant step in Porcella's career as an entrepreneur but also an opportunity to enrich the gastronomic scene of Mexico City with a proposal that celebrates the richness and diversity of Peruvian and Mexican cuisines. TAYPA promises to be a meeting space for lovers of good food and culinary innovation, willing to receive criticism and suggestions that contribute to its consolidation and success in the competitive world of culinary stews. What does Lima need for the 2027 Pan-American Games to be as successful as those of 2019? What does Lima need for the 2027 Pan-American Games to be as successful as those of 2019? The City of Kings will once again organize the largest multi-sports festival in America for the second time in less than a decade. The IPD authorities already have a work plan to make the Games shine. Once the apotheosis of the election of Lima as the venue for the 2027 Pan American Games has been completed, a climate of serious analysis has been established in the Peruvian Sports Institute and the Legacy Project, since now they have to get to work so that the city is 100% in all aspects, especially in the sports structural side. In that aspect, it is very likely that all the actors involved will turn to a key figure in the realization of the 2019 Pan American Games. called the best in history by the Pan American Sports Organization, such as Carlos Newhouse, former president of the committee organizer, who hopes that in this multi-sports festival the City of Kings will take an evolutionary leap. I am very happy for my beloved Peru. It will be a great opportunity to reconcile Peruvians around sport. I remember that for Lima 2019, 93% of the population agreed, he said in communication with El Comercio, highlighting that the success of the designation for the 2027 version was that the Pan-American venues are intact and we are going to be venues for championships. World. The secret for Lima to stand out in 2027. Newhouse fully knows that what was done in 2 past editions, precisely in our territory, has been worthy of admiration. When I was in Santiago, many told me that Lima had been excellent games. I think that has been important. That is why he trusts that in 3 years what has been done will be surpassed, although there is a key aspect that must be addressed for the Pan-American Games to be successful. The city needs to accelerate the works that have to be done. Perhaps placing an emphasis on the area in which the games will be held, which is the south of Lima. Obviously the north also has to be improved. Let the works not stop, he said. It is an opportunity for some works to be activated. Rowing is a challenge we had and we moved to Huacho and it was extraordinary. Now there is a proposal to build a breakwater and we hope it can be done, perhaps through tax works or some mechanism that allows it to be done quickly, he added. The work plan for the 2027 Pan American Games, the Peruvian Olympic Committee and Legado are prepared to promote the largest multi-sport event in America. There is a work plan that they adhere to succeed in all aspects. We seek to declare, through a law of national interest, the holding and organization of the 2027 Pan American and Pan American Games, said the president of the Peruvian Olympic Committee. And he emphasized, likewise, we are coordinating with Legado the technical elements of the development of this mega sporting event. We are waiting for the start of coordination with Pan Am Sports for contract negotiation. We have all the necessary infrastructure. However, it is proposed to build 5 additional towers around the existing Pan American village. These 5 towers will have 10 floors each. Peruvian model Cielo Ramirez won the Miss Falls International 2024 pageant. Peruvian model Cielo Ramirez won the Miss Falls International 2024 pageant. Peruvian Cielo Ramirez Montalvan, a talented model and cosmetrician by profession, was crowned Queen Maxima in the Miss Falls International pageant in the petite category, which was held in Foz do Iguaçu on February 25. Cielo was chosen to represent our country in that important contest by the president of the Miss South America organization and national director of Miss Falls International for Peru, Santiago Delgadillo. Cielo Ramirez, originally from Lima, has always stood out for her beauty, charisma and commitment to promoting a healthy lifestyle. She has worked tirelessly alongside her parent organization in carrying out social work and has stood out for being a very disciplined, focused and committed contestant to the title and responsibility of representing our country. She has a healthy lifestyle and stays active by being a highly competitive amateur athlete. Small women are also women with big dreams and goals to achieve, and I thank the Miss Falls International organization for having created the petite category that allows women like me to compete on equal terms. Highlighting our greatness as women, was the phrase with which Cielo managed to conquer the jury. The international competition in Foz do Iguaçu brought together talented women from different countries, who competed in various tests and demonstrated their leadership in tourism projects. Cielo Ramirez, with her experience in competitions, was always a strong candidate to take the title, and so she came out in the end. A new triumph at the international level for our country. Dina Boluarte in the case of the ROLEX. Dina Boluarte, President of Peru in the case of the ROLEX. Chronology of the ROLEX case that could determine the departure of Dina Boluarte from the presidency of Peru. The president has not spoken or appeared at official events since Tuesday, March 26. And this morning the prosecutor's office raided her home in a new development of the ROLEX case. President Dina Boluarte is closer to vacancy. But it was not because of the 50 deaths from the protests against her takeover of the government, but because of the notorious ROLEX case, which now has a new development after the prosecutor's office raided her home looking for these luxury items. But how did this case begin and what are the implications behind these luxury watches of the president? Check here the chronology of the case until the latest events until this Saturday, March 30th. To journalistic investigation that started it all. The controversy broke out on March 14th, after a report by La Encerona, carried out by Ernesto Cabral, where thousands of photographs of Boluarte serving as minister and, since December 7, 2022, as head of state, were analyzed, revealing the possession of a wide collection of watches, some of them luxury and not declared before the National Elections Jury, JNE. It is mentioned that several of the Rolexes she wears were identified as recently manufactured, based on specific characteristics. Likewise, for his part, journalist Alonso Ramos revealed that the regional governor of Ayacucho, Wilfredo Oscorima, visited the presidential office on Thursday, March 14, the date on which the president's Rolex scandal was revealed. Oscorima faced accusations in the past for giving high-end watches to two judges of the Huamanga Superior Court of Justice, allegedly in exchange for benefits. In 2014, Congress opened an investigation related to possible connections to drug trafficking. The following year, he was sentenced for acts of corruption. After being on the run for 9 months, he was captured and imprisoned. In May 2017, Oscorima was released. Prosecutor's office begins proceedings. On Monday, March 18, preliminary investigations were initiated by the public ministry towards Boluarte, under suspicion of not having reported the possession of luxury Rolex watches and for alleged undue enrichment. The prosecutor's office is in charge of this investigation, through its illicit enrichment and constitutional complaints division. One of the notes of this entity is that the president did not register these assets in her property declaration before the JNE. Boluarte's response, last Friday, March 22, after a week of questions that even reached international media, she showed her willingness to appear before the prosecutor's office to clarify the accusations against her, denying having irregularities in her assets. Now notified by the public ministry, I have directed my lawyers to the case. I will confront this process with the truth, both in front of the authorities and in front of the entire country, the president assured the press. Previously, she had explained that the assets in question, including a Rolex valued at approximately $14,000, are old and the result of her work. From the executive, she has made a clear defense of Boluarte. The president of the Council of Ministers, Gustavo Adrianson, declared on Sunday that the president does not present a financial imbalance, interpreting the situation as a political distraction that harms national stability. The moves from Congress. Since March 20, the Peru Libre Party, which led Boluarte as vice president along with Pedro Castillo and in which the current president has been active since its creation, began collecting signatures for the vacancy motion. For its part, Fuerza Popular, the party with the largest representation in the divided Congress, expressed its concern about the scandals surrounding the government through a statement, urging that the necessary clarifications be provided about the origin of the watches in question. The raid on his home. Since Tuesday, March 26, Boluarte has not spoken or appeared in the media. Thus, teams from the public ministry and DIVIAC arrived around 11 p.m. on Friday, March 29, to the Boluarte home to search the president's home for the Rolex case. Following this, the presidency of the Council of Ministers, PCM, held an emergency meeting in the early hours of Saturday, March 30 after learning the news. Subsequently, the Prime Minister, Gustavo Adrianson, spoke in the media. At all times the facilities have been provided, he has appeared, his lawyers has been accredited and in full exercise of his right to defense, he has requested a rescheduling. Why do they demonize that? What's wrong with it? What's illegal about it? Nothing, he declared. After this, Carlos Anderson, congressman from Podemos Peru, pointed out on his Twitter account that if Ms. Boluarte does not come out to give explanations and deliver the watches and other jewelry required by the prosecutor's office, so it will be better for her to simply resign before Congress vacates her for permanent moral incapacity. For his part, Jorge Montoya, from Renovación Popular, described the raid as political theater. The objectionable invasion of the public ministry and DIVIAC into the president's residence, in the Rolex case, could have been avoided if she had opted for transparency. This exaggerated measure, mounted before a momentous vote such as the vote of confidence, shows the abuse of the power of the prosecutor's office and the opacity in its government. It is crucial to demand responsibility and ethics in the management of public affairs. However, his benchmate, Alejandro Muñoz, wrote on Twitter, "I call on the democratic forces of the country not to change the measuring stick. If we were implacable with Castillo and his multiple accusations of corruption, let us also be so now." Peru swept Colombia. It took 2 crowns in the Grand Universe 2023 to 2024. Peru swept Colombia. It took 2 crowns in the Grand Universe 2023 to 2024. Peru demonstrated its talent in the Grand Universo 2023 to 2024 International Beauty Pageant, which took place in Colombia. The Andean country won the titles of Miss Petite Grand Universe and Mini Miss Grand Universe 2023 to 2024, and achieved a second finalist in the Miss Top Model Grand Universe category. Who represented Peru in the Grand Universe? The Peruvian beauty queens who participated in the Grand Universo pageant were selected by the Miss Teen Model Peru and Little Queen Peru organization, under the direction of Marina Mora, Miss Peru World 2001, and R. Jennifer Cielo Palacios, Baby Grand Peru. Brisa de la Cruz, Miss Petite Grand Peru. Dana Scarlett, Miss Top Model Grand Peru. Hio Martimana, Miss Teen Grand Peru. How was Peru's participation in the Grand Universe? Brisa de la Cruz, at 21 years old, was crowned Miss Petite Grand Universe 2023 to 2024. Her presence in the contest was notable, winning the prize for best legs and captivating with her brunette dress from Puno. During the Grand Universo, she paraded elegantly in creations by designers Felix Uzcategui, Malu Privat, and Mercedes Luna. Brisa de la Cruz received the crown from the Mexican model Andrea Paula Martel Alvarez, Miss Petite Grand Universe 2022. Excited, Brisa de la Cruz thanked Marina Mora and Miss Teen Model Peru for their support and trust and dedicated her victory to Peru and her team. "We bring the crown home. I am very grateful for this unforgettable night. It is an honor to bring one more crown to our beautiful country. I am proud to say that I am officially Miss Petite Grand Universo 2023 to 2024, Brisa de la Cruz." February 27, 2024. Instagram. Celebrities who expressed their congratulations to Brisa de la Cruz for her victory in Miss Petite Grand Universe 2023 to 2024 include: You Shined, Diana Rengifo, Miss Model of the World Peru 2019. I did feel a powerful energy and it was Brigitte Lopez Cartagena, Colombian influencer. Jennifer Cielo Palacios, holder of the Baby Grand Peru 2024 title, won the crown of Little Grand Universo 2023 to 2024. In her thank you message, she shared, "My gratitude to those who supported me in conquering the international crown is infinite. Being the representative of Peru in this World Forum has been an unparalleled honor and privilege. My heart is filled with gratitude for the love, faith and constant support of my family, friends, mentors and all the Peruvians who accompanied me at every moment. This triumph is ours, it is the result of your belief in me and your constant inspiration. Long live Peru." Jennifer Cielo. February 29, 2024, Hio Martimana, Miss Teen Grand Peru, placed in the top 12 of Miss Teen Grand Universe. "This week was wonderful, full of challenges and emotions. We were in the top 12 but I took away beautiful friendships, experiences, new challenges overcome and knowing that I gave my best." Hio Martimana. February 29, 2024. Instagram. Who were the winners of the Grand Universe? The 4th edition of the Grand Universo 2023 to 2024 was a spectacular event that brought together candidates from more than 16 countries. The competitors competed in 9 categories, and the winners were: Miss Equality Grand Universe, Tanya Hinojeda de Jesus from Puerto Rico. Mrs. Grand Universo, Kyanet Frashelarama Arroyo from Puerto Rico. Miss Petite Grand Universe, Brisa de la Cruz from Peru. Miss Teen Petite Grand Universe, Salva Capozelli from Venezuela. Miss Preteen Grand Universe, Zinha Aniceto from Curaçao. Miss Teen Grand Universe, Elena Toder from Romania. Little Grand Universe, Jennifer Palacios from Peru. Baby Grand Universe, Maite Itura from Chile. Top Model Grand Universe, Summer Collins from the USA.
Peru News Today. Follow us on Facebook and